So I've had some people ask me what were some more memorable, horrible, great gigs I've had, and I've been thinking about it. And there's a few that are kind of interesting. About 5 years ago, I had a gig in St. Pete Beach at my home club, Coconuts Comedy Club, and I also had a show in Sarasota. So it was like I did Friday night in St. Pete Beach, Saturday night in Sarasota. So at the time, Bob Shoemaker, the owner of Coconuts, I'd done a lot of work for him, and he needed me to help him out do some work at his house, which is great. A comedian friend of mine, Timmy Sherrill, once said, sometimes you can't get in a club through the front door, you got to go in through the window or fix a fence or whatever. So I went to his house, and he needed his tree trimmed. And so I said, no problem, I've trimmed millions of trees. There was another military guy there. I'm not going to say he was special forces, but he was like an officer or something. He'd retired military, pretty tough guy. So we're cutting this tree. We're talking about the show. It's all great. I noticed that when I was up on the ladder, every time I would cut the tree, I would feel a little bit of mist like land on me, or like almost like somebody was spraying a little bit of water on me. I used to be a backer picker. I'm a redneck. I've worked in the fields before. And nothing ever made much there. It itched a little, but it didn't really bother me. So we worked there for a couple hours, and on the way home, I had to go take a shower, and then I had the hour and 10-minute drive to Sarasota. So I went back to the motel room. I took a shower, got ready. I noticed my eyes were itching. They were bothering me, and I couldn't understand why. I didn't touch them with anything. Well, unbeknownst to me, unbeknownst to Bob and the military guy, that tree we were cutting the limbs off of was called a manchineel tree, and it's spelled just like it sounds, Manchineel. Manchineel. It's very poisonous, very toxic. I had no clue. It looked like just any normal tree. So my eyes started burning, my hands started burning. It was pretty much unbelievably bad. Here's the problem. I couldn't not do that gig in Sarasota. I had to have that $300. That's why I even went there. There's no way I could cancel this gig. Bob called me and said the Special Forces, I don't know why I keep saying Special Forces. I know he was a officer in the military. He was in the hospital. He went to the emergency room. He was completely blind. I couldn't do that. I had to go do the gig. So I'm riding, I'm taking a shower, it's killing me, I'm pouring Visine in my eyes, ice. I had to drive to Sarasota with one eye. I know that's dangerous, but it's even more dangerous not to pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just freaking out the whole way, eyes are watering, I had to pull over a couple times. I get to the gig, I'm closing, so that I had two people in front of me. I'm taking ice cubes and napkins and putting them on my eyeballs and just sitting back going, "Argh!" Luckily, I don't usually have to look at my notes or anything, so it wasn't a big deal. And it just drove me crazy for about 10 minutes before I went on stage. It kind of let up a little bit. Just a little. Just enough to where I could do I did an hour. Just when I did that hour afterwards, it kind of settled down a little bit. I looked it up on the internet. I'd ask some people that I knew at the show, hey, what should I do, And it just died down enough to where I could do my show properly and get paid and drive back to the hotel. When I got to the hotel, I put a bunch of stuff on it and tried to go to sleep. I woke up the next day, man, and I was swollen. And it turns out that tree can kill you. Manchineel, it can kill you. I'd never heard of it before, but Bob was tripping out about it too. He was like, oh man, I can't believe that happened to you. And I was like, yeah. Working for you. It happened. But that's my home club, Coconuts Comedy Club. And I got some more stories like this I'll share. And if you can, like and subscribe. And hopefully I got a new camera, so I'm trying to figure out how to use it. Like and subscribe, and we will be here. I'll be here when you need me.